Welcome to our subject EC8351 Electronic Circuits 1. Okay, I am Mariselvan R, Assistant Professor, EC Department. Okay, from JP College of Engineering. Okay, um, I think we already seen what is meant by biasing, what are the types of biasing. So those things are we already studied. Okay, now how to stabilize the network. Okay, so that means stability factors also studied in this session. Okay, let enter in our class. Okay, so this is our session 4. So here what we are going to see means what is with thermal stability and what are the stability factors are available in our electronic circuits. That means in our electronic circuits, in our first unit we only deals with PJT amplifier. That means bipolar junction transistor. Okay, and the next session we are going to see about MOSFET. Okay, and then JFET. Here we are only deals about BJT. So whenever we are using the BJT amplifier, whatever the thermal stability occur, how to stabilize the network, that means how to stabilize the circuits. So those things are present in this session. Okay, this is a very easy topic in this session. Okay, so let's enter in our class. So the main objective of this session is to understand the stability condition and stability factors. That means how to stabilize the circuit or how to stabilize the network. Those things are present in this session. Okay, before that we must know what is the stability factor and what are the factors available in that stability. So those things are present in the prerequisite chapter. Okay, so first one, the condition for stability. So that is the stability factor which is measure of the change in collector current with the changes in reverse saturation current is approximately beta plus 1. Beta is the feedback factor or stability factor, it may be. Okay, so that value will be approximately equal to beta plus 1. Okay, and then to ensure the absolute stability of the amplifier, a stability factor of less than 25 is preferred. Always we preferred the stability factor is less than 25. Okay, and so small signal transistors have large stability factors. That means small signal transistors have large stability factors. Okay, so in this session we only know, okay, that means the measure of change in collector current with the changes in the reverse saturation current is approximately beta plus 1. This is the condition for stability. Okay, as well as for the small signal transistors having large stability factors. Okay, and also a stability factor is always less than 25 is preferred. Okay, and first one we are going to study about what is thermal stability. We already know what is stability, what are the conditions available in stability, we already know. Okay, now we deals with what is thermal stability. Okay, in our thermal stability is the stability of a molecule at high temperature. That means whenever the circuit in the section of high temperature, on the time how to stabilize the circuit or how to stabilize the network, that will be shown in this thermal stability. Okay, a molecule with more stability has more resistance to T composition at high temperature. So whenever the circuit in the form of high temperature, we have to reduce the temperature by using the thermal stability. Okay, and thermal stability also describes, it is defined by Mr. Smith at 1928, the stability of water body and its resistance to mixing. This is the amount of work needed to transform the water body. For example, lake. Okay, so to uniform water density. So the Smith stability. So that Smith, from that name only, the stability factor will be called as the Yas. The common term is Yas. Okay, so it is commonly measured in joule. Always it is the stability will be measured in joule. Okay, so joules per square meter, that means gram multiplied with centimeter. Okay, so this is shown in this figure. Next we have to find out the thermal resistance. So thermal resistance will be find out by the above relation. So that is dou T, that means change in temperature. So dou T is equal to Tj minus Ta, so which is also called as QBD. Okay, Tj is the junction temperature in C, and then Ta is the ambient temperature in C. Okay, PD is the power. Okay, and then theta is the, so here theta, constant of proportionality. This is not theta, this is Q value. Okay, and then Q is equal to Tj minus Ta divided by Pd. So from the equation 1 we have to get the equation number 2. Okay, and then condition for thermal stability is tau Pc divided by tau Tj is less than tau Pd divided by tau Tj. So this is the condition for stability. Okay, so differentiation equation number 1 with respect to Tj. Okay, we are getting, so first one we are getting 1, and then theta, and then the next value will be, Q, the next value will be change into tau Pt divided by tau Tj. Okay, from that equation we are getting tau Pd divided by tau Tj, so that is 1 divided by Q. So the 1 divided by Q value will be substituted in equation number 4 and 3. So we are getting tau Pc divided by tau Tj is less than 1 divided by Q. Okay, so this is the condition for thermal stability. If they are asking write something about thermal stability, means we have to write these are the things. Okay, so next enter in our stability factors. So stability factor is nothing but we are having three kinds of stability factors, that is S dash and S double dash. Okay, so the common definition is there, so that is, it is defined as the degree of change in operating point due to the variation in temperature. That means the temperature changes will be called as stability factor. How to stabilize the temperature, so that also studied in this session. Okay, there are three variables which are temperature dependent, so that variables are defined as the follows. First stability factor is S, so that is dou Ic divided by dou ICO. On that time the VBE and beta will be constant. Okay, as the same, S is also defined as del Ic divided by del ICO. At that time VBE and beta is constant, so which shows that the del or dou which represent the change in value. That means here Ic is the collector current. Okay, so those value will be represented in this session. So dou or del, so those are representing change values. Okay, that means change in value. And then S dash is equal to tau Ic divided by tau VBE. So on the time ICO and beta is constant. So as the same, S dash otherwise represent del Ic divided by del VBE and then ICO and then beta constant. Okay, next stability factor is S double dash. So that is dou Ic, so that is dou Ic divided by dou beta. On the time ICO and VBE constant, so it is otherwise defined as del Ic divided by del beta. So on the time ICO and VBE will be constant. Okay, and then stability factor is individually derived, so that is S dash is equal to dou Ic divided by dou VBE. On the time ICO and beta is constant. From that equation we obtain one equation, that is the collector current Ic is equal to beta IB plus beta plus 1 of ICBO. Okay, and stability factor S. So how to find out the stability factor? S means the for common emitter configuration the collector current is given by, so Ic equal to beta IB plus ICO. So from that relation we simplified one thing, so that is beta IB plus 1 plus beta ICBO. That means ICO is nothing but 1 plus beta ICBO. Okay, when ICBO changes by ICBO, del ICBO, and then IB changes by dou IB and IC changes by dou IC. So the equation become dou IC is equal to beta dou IB plus 1 plus beta and then dou ICB ICBO. Okay, so the above equation differentiation with respect to IC, so the equation which becomes so as follows. Okay, and further simplification we are getting the S value, so that is S is equal to 1 plus beta divided by 1 minus beta dou IP divided by dou IC. Okay, as the same S double dash, that means S double dash will be calculated, so that is dou IC divided by dou beta. So on that time BBE and then ICO will be constant, so that is IC equal to beta VCC divided by RB minus beta VBE divided by RP plus beta plus 1 and then ICBO. From that equation we have to obtain del IC divided by del beta value only. So the equation becomes del IC divided by del beta is equal to IC divided by beta. So IB equal to IC divided by beta here. So IB value less than ICBO. Okay, so relation between S and S double dash is, we know that S equal to 1 plus beta and then S double dash is equal to IC divided by beta. Okay, and so the term 1 plus beta will be divided into 1 plus beta will be divided both numerator and denominator. So the equation becomes IC 1 plus beta, sorry, IC of 1 plus beta and beta 1 plus of beta. So next 1 plus beta is nothing but S. So S double dash is equal to IC S divided by beta 1 plus beta. So this is the relation between S and S double dash. Okay, so here also we are having the stabilization of Q points is there. So the two techniques are available. One is stabilization techniques, another one is compensation techniques. Okay, so in our stabilization technique, what we are going to do means it's referred to the use of resistive biasing circuits which allow IB, that means base current vary, that means varying, so as to keep IC relatively constant, that means collector current will be constant with the variation in ICO and beta and BBE. Okay, so in this biasing networks, so IC will be constant and the variation is in there, that means ICO, beta and BBE also vary. Okay, so that also present in the stabilization technique. Okay, and the next one is compensation techniques. So it is the refers to the use of the temperature sensitive device, so such as diodes, transistors, thermistors, okay, which provide the compensating voltages and current to maintain the Q point stable. So in our compensation techniques we are using diodes, transistors, thermistors. Okay, so these things are explained in our next session. Okay, so these are the things are present in our session 4. So that is thermal stability and stability factors. Okay, so these stability factors are calculated for each and every biasing network. For example, for fixed bias networks, we have to calculate the stability factors value as the same calculate to base bias. So on that biasing type also we have to derive S dash and S double dash. Okay, at last we study the stabilization techniques, that is the stabilization techniques and then compensation techniques. Okay, so this section will be explained in our next session briefly. Okay, so this is the outcome of this session. Okay, so that means we want to know what is stability. Okay, so how it's done. So these are the things are know from this session. Okay, I think all of you understand this session. Okay, so thank you all. See you on next session. Okay, thank you all.